Well, hello everyone. Today is Thursday. I think December 6th. No, 7th. I don't know. I can't keep track. But I do know that it is 2 days before my next market. And with my sore hands, I have been trying to get some stuff done this week. But first, I just wanted to thank everyone who hopped on over to Jenna's Etsy shop and checked out her earrings. And that you just don't realize how much of a confidence booster that is for someone to know that people actually like their things. So, what I have been doing, well, I gave my hands a break for 3 days, I think it was. A couple of days before the last market, and then I think Saturday night or Sunday, I can't remember, I picked up the hook again. Now, my hands are still sore, but not like they were. Especially my left hand, like right in through here. I'll get every now and then this pain that just shoots right through. So I've been trying to take it easy. So I started off trying to come up with ideas for things that would be functional, but still kind of appropriate for Florida. You know, like I don't think that hats would do well, not to mention people putting them on their heads and then someone else comes up and puts it on their head. And, you know, we don't want to spread any critters around. Just saying, especially when it comes to little kids. So no hats. So what else could I make that would be Florida appropriate and inexpensive and quick and easy that's not going to hurt my hands too much? So I worked on a couple of different things. One of the first things that I did is I was working on these. And you're looking at this saying, well, what on earth is that? Well, this is a towel holder, like for dish towels, that fits over the knob, like a drawer knob. And it would look like, hold the towels like that. Now, what I haven't decided yet, and I need to make a decision soon, is do I want to add a little bit of a decoration, like, let me get my fingers out of the way, glue a button. So I have buttons like this with all different designs on them. I have flowers. Let's see. And I have some butterflies. So I need to make a decision on that. I think it would make it a little bit more attractive, and I'd probably, rather than sew it on, glue it on with some E6000. But I made I made 6 of them. 2 in this kind of beigey, tannish looking color. And 2 in this that has just a touch of color in it. And 2 in this cream color. Oh, no, 1 in that cream color. And then I broke out this Hobby Lobby yarn that I had a little bit left over, and it had a little color to it. So this one only got 1. And I used cotton yarn for these, and I can't remember the ring size, like 2.5 inch, something like that. So I thought, I mean, I could make a few more of these. I think I have 5 rings left because I made one for myself and it's hanging up over there in the kitchen. Because the towels always fall onto the floor, so this holds it better so it's not constantly falling on the floor. So I can make like 5 more, but I'm not sure if it's worth my time to do it. So this probably would have been something good for that last market that I was at, maybe, if I sold it for like $1 or something. So then the other thing that I was playing with, that I started off with, and I shouldn't have because I was using the Bernat blanket, and that tends to, the yarn works you and you don't work the yarn. But I thought if I was using a really large hook, and I used an 11.5 millimeter, that it would make it a little easier, which it did. And my hands are already sore, so I'm not sure if it bothered me to do it because my hands are already sore or if there was still a lot of drag on the hook. But I will say it was easier to work with the larger hook instead of trying to use a 6.5 millimeter on this yarn that just wants to just battle you while you work with it. So I made some mini scarves. So I have this in green, and it's just there. It's very basic. It's just a small little scarf. It's not very thick. It's not super long. It is with an 11.5 millimeter hook, 85 stitches long, and 8 rows wide of a single crochet. So this one, I tried doing the foundation single crochet to start off with to see if it would be any faster. A little bit. And the others, I just did the regular chain. But I made that pretty green. This one's my favorite. This color is so pretty. So this kind of wine color, I don't know the exact color, but it's Bernat. And then I did one in dark gray. And my last one, I only have 4 done. I figured if I did one a day, that I would have 6 by the time Saturday got here. So I still need to do today's and then one tomorrow. And that's not like overdoing it, messing with the Bernat. But it would give me 6 to take with me. And if they don't sell, I'll slap them up on Etsy and somebody will like them eventually. So this speckle, I think it is. I don't know. It was one that I got to do the Maybelle chickens with. But I'm going to be, I'm pretty sure. Now I ordered some hooks that were recommended. They haven't arrived yet. And I'll try those hooks with the Bernat. And if it makes it easier to work with, then I'll still use the Bernat. But if it doesn't, then I'm swearing off Bernat. So I'm just going to use up what I have. And I won't be ordering it anymore if these hooks don't help me out. So those were my non-plushie makes. Put these out of the way over here. So then I was watching, oh, I hope I say the name right. If I don't have it right, I will type it in the screen. The Crochet Nomad. And she did a bee that was cute. And it was cuter than the typical bee that everybody makes, but not quite as complicated as the other bee that I like to make that has the little legs and the antenna. So, and it's a free pattern off Instagram, and I'm like, well, what the heck? Let me give it a shot. So this is Bernat, and it's the Baby Sparkle. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, you can see that sparkle. But they sit up rather than laying down. Same type of wings. It has bobble stitches for the legs. And now, of course, I cheated on the little antenna. I just put my hook in and did the chain and then worked my way back down and attached it rather than having to sew it on. The only thing I had to sew on were the wings. And I like, for a simple bee, I like this way, way better than the typical bee that everybody makes. Now, is everybody making it because those are great sellers? I don't know. I've done 2 markets. I had one out there, and I still have one out there. My other bee that had the antenna and the legs, that was made with the darker sparkle yellow, that sold. My little bee that was on a keychain, that sold. But again, those were a different pattern than the typical bee that everybody makes. So I had sold some leggy frogs last time. So I was like, I need to make a few more leggy frogs just so presentation looks good. And I had used on all my other leggy frogs the key lime, I think it is, with Parfait Chunky. But when I had to order yarn for my temperature blanket, that yes, I am behind on again, I will get it caught up. I ordered some of the Hobie or Hobby, whatever, their Honey Bunny yarn, a couple of skeins in a few different colors just to try it out. And it's like works really well with the Parfait. But they had one, I ordered 3 different colors. One was an orange, one was a green, and one was kind of like a creamy, tannish, light color. But the green I got, I did a couple leggy frogs. He's kind of meh, and this one's a happy little thing. Now, I'm not going to stick any bows on these because the boys tend to like it better without the bow. The girls like the bows, you know, it's all dressed up and cutesy looking. But I have some with bows on them. And then I did a purple. I might do a pink and an orange, I'm not sure. These are simple enough, they're easy, but I got to rest my hands today before, you know, for a little while. I got to give it a couple hours. But the Parfait Chunky, you have 2 greens. You have this emerald, and that one I think is the key lime. But I think with the emerald, you can't see the eyes on it because it's so dark. But I thought this was a good color for it. So I just might have to order some more yarn from them. I'll have to watch for the sales and stuff. But yeah, so I like this green on the frogs. And this one is, I don't know the official color name, but it's from Parfait Chunky on that purple. Okay. So when I first started doing the plushies, one of the things that I really, really, really enjoyed making were the turtles. And the first market, I sold a few turtles, both of my sunflower turtles. And this last market, I sold my blueberry turtle. And those were the smaller size turtles. The bigger ones I still have. So I was like, well, I need to do some sunflower turtles. Oh, Toby, you're stuck with me. You are stuck with me, Tobe. Okay, so when I first started making the plushies, one of the things that I really enjoyed making was the little sea turtles. And so after I did a couple of the frogs, I did the 2 bees, I did a couple of the frogs, I decided, since I sold the sunflower turtles, that let's do some sunflower turtles. Well, I didn't do some. I just did one. But he's just so darn cute. And he's smaller. And I want to say that the other ones came out a little bit bigger than this. I don't remember, and I don't have it here to compare. But the smaller size turtles were the ones that sold for me. So I have the sunflower turtle. And then it's like, yeah, let's change up some colors. So the next one that I did, and this was on the same day, was this watermelon turtle. And he is really cute. It turned out really nice. Now this is all from Jade's pattern, but I do the legs different. And I think since I bought this and started doing my legs different, that she put out a modification or something where you can change up the legs and do like this. But I mean, it's just the standard sea turtle legs that everybody uses. I just happen to, one, they're easier to use or to make, and I think they look nicer. So that's just my personal opinion. So we have the watermelon. And then I was like, oh, let's play with some more colors. And I'm just picking fluff off. So we did pink lemonade. Is that not just the cutest ever? And all these are Parfait Chunky. Now, I didn't have the exact colors that she gives in her color combinations. So, but the only color that is different than what she said to use is this pink. I used ballet pink. I can't remember what the color it said to use. This one is, I think maybe it said cotton candy. This one is bubblegum, I believe. And then the sunshine yellow, and then some acrylic in the white to make the dividers to make it look like it is a lemon. And then I said, you know what? These are so darn cute. I want to make another one. So I was looking at her other color combinations, and there's a bunch of them in this pattern pack. A bunch. And I haven't even like cracked the surface. So, yeah. So then I said, oh, let's make an orange. Now, again, I didn't have the right color. This was supposed to be shell or something along those lines, and I didn't have it. So I used a cream and then white acrylic for the divider, and then the tangerine. But I think these are just so cute. And the size is like just the perfect size. It's good for small hands. It's good for people who just freaking like turtles. And because it's fruits, it's good for foodie type people. At least I think so. So I did those. And then I had someone contact me on Instagram that had seen my market videos, and they wanted to place an order. So they took screenshots and they circled the items that they wanted. Well, I still have two of them sold. So I said, told them which ones sold. I can remake them. And so they wanted the Brontosaurus. So I had to break that pattern out, and I said, because I had to remake them, you know, what colors do you want? So they said green for the dinosaur. So I used Michael's Home Slim, I believe is what the line that the agave comes in. And I really don't enjoy making the dinosaur. I need a different pattern. I mean, they turn out really nice. They look good when they're done, but it's a difficult pattern to read. And I don't want to call anybody out. So if you need to know what that pattern is, you can email me, but I don't want to put anybody on blast here on YouTube. So, but they do turn out nicely. It's just, I think there's some errors in the pattern because this is my third one, and each time I've struggled through the pattern. So there might be some math errors in the pattern. So we did that for the custom order. And then the other one was that they wanted the kitty cat that had the whiskers. and I sold it. I sold that at the first market. The dinosaur went at the last one, and the cat with the whiskers went at the first one. So again, because it sold, I said, you know, what colors would you like if I have it available? They said teal. I do not have teal. So I gave them a list of the shades of green that I have and the shades of blue that I have. So they picked cornflower and white. So this is the kitty for that order. And these cats, they're just so cute. And they get a little easier each time to do them. So the other two items I have to dig out of the totes, and then I can get a box that'll hold them all comfortably without smushing anything, and see how much it weighs so that I can set up her listing for her. So that's what I worked on yesterday, was those two. But last night, even though my hands were bothering me, I'm like, I'm not ready to go to bed yet. So I decided, let me make another turtle. So at this last market, my blueberry turtle sold. So I decided to make another blueberry turtle. Now, the blueberry is not in All From Jade's package. I just did this on my own. So if you made the free little blueberry pattern that was on Instagram, you have an idea of how to do this. But this part is really easy. When I did, you put 8 single crochets in your magic ring. When I did the next round, I just did that round in the back loop, so it gave me the little loops to work in. And then I did 2 single crochets in each one of those to make the little pucker top. And then on this one around the shell, rather than just doing 1 single crochet, I wanted it to have more of a ruffle. I don't know why, I just did. So I did 2 double crochets and then 3 double crochets. 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets. I just alternated it. And it came out with this really pretty ruffle. You know, not too crowded, but it just, the ruffle turned out nicely, I thought. So, and this is cornflower blue, and I think this one's just called light blue. So I did the blueberry. So this morning, I finished up that greenish color Bernat scarf. I only had a couple of rows left to go on that. So this morning I was like, I want to make another turtle. And I have this yarn that I picked up at one of Hobby Lobby's clearance sales. It was actually, I believe, the first clearance sale that I hit up once I realized that they did that. Thank you, YouTube. And it is Yarn Bees Cozy with a Twist Wildflower Whimsy. And I paid $1.74, marked down from $6.99 when they did their clearance. And I bought probably 4 or 5. I just love the colors. But it wasn't enough to really do anything with. And I kept looking at it thinking, I want to use this on a plushie. So what better than a turtle? So this turtle, it was an interesting story. Now it is the same exact pattern. And I started off using mustard for the head and the flippers in the Parfait Chunky. Then, when I got to the shell, I could tell that the yarn was just a little bit thicker, but I didn't realize how thick it was until I got the top of the shell made. See the difference? I mean, like, exact same pattern. So I didn't feel comfortable doing the bottom part of the turtle in the Parfait Chunky. So I got out my mustard in the Home Slim and did the bottom. And I was absolutely amazed at how close the colors matched between the Parfait Chunky Mustard and the Home Slim Mustard. So the fins, or legs, whatever you want to call them, and the head is Parfait. Home Slim for the belly here. And the shell is the Yarn Bee Cozy with a Twist. But it's, the colors are just, they're so pretty. I mean, like, the camera is not giving them any justice. There's a tiny little bit of pink. It looks like a rust or mustard, blues, a little tiny bit of a white, but it's just so pretty. So this one came out just considerably a little bit bigger. So yeah, that one's a lot bigger. Even the back of it comes up higher. I mean, it's the exact same thing, and a 5mm hook, the same as that I used for the Parfait Chunky. So yeah, that I think helped trigger my hand a little bit, because I probably should have used a 6, which is what I use with the Home Slim, and my hand would have been a lot happier with me. But I think it turned out so cute. I love the shell and his floppy little head. And then for these, all of these, I've used the 16mm glitter eye on all of them, which I'm almost out of now. So that is what I have been up to, and I have today and tomorrow left. I finally got an email from the place, so I know it's a legitimate craft fair now, because this is the one that I found on Facebook. Well, it's not really a craft fair. It is like a Christmas market, and it's to help support local businesses and crafters. And they have live music, they have food trucks. It's only for 4 hours. It is an hour and a half from me. We have to be set up by 9:45, but we're not allowed to get there before 7:30 because the food trucks get to go first. They have to have space to maneuver their trucks in before people start setting up their tents. But I'm not setting up the canopy tent thing. I am underneath their pavilion, which is right there. And looking at the map, I mean, I don't know till I get there and actually see how it's set up, but it looks like I'm in the back. I can't tell. I mean, because you would think it would be wide open, and I don't know. I'll see when I get there. So, and I was saying the other day that I am a lot more optimistic about this market than I was the one that I just did. This one is definitely more family oriented. So there'll be a much younger crowd than the senior adults. I'm trying to say it nicely. The grumpy senior adults. And it's outdoors, so it's fresh air, which we all need a good dose of that. And yeah, so that has been my week so far. I don't know what else I'm going to make. I think I'm going to do a couple more sunflower turtles, because the first market I had 2 and I sold both of them the same day. So I'm going to do a couple more of these sunflower turtles. I do like the water. I like all of these turtles. And I like the size of how small they are. Maybe I'll check out a couple of her other color combinations in there. So, plus I want to do at least 1 scarf today and 1 scarf tomorrow, so that I'll have 6. And I'm not sure about the towel rings. You guys let me know. Should I put the buttons on them to decorate them? Should I make up the last 5? They only take me about 10 minutes to make. And I have some other colors of cotton that I can use. It doesn't all have to be in the earth tone range. I just thought earth tones would maybe match people's decor a little better. But I have other colors. Yeah, so let me know about that. Should I make some more of those? Am I wasting my time with these scarves? I don't know. I don't know what to think. But I'm getting hungry. What time is it? This says almost 12:30, but John keeps it fast, so it's about 12:15. So it's almost lunchtime. Anywho, that is what I have for today. If I do anything else different, I'll take a little video clip of it for you. But I really think I'm going to work on some more turtles. I just like them. I just like them. And if nothing else, I can put them on Etsy. But I enjoy making the turtles. So, if it's fun, if you enjoy what you're doing, it makes it so much easier. And it doesn't feel like work. So, on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell on this video, but you can hop over to this video and we can hang out some more.